Okay, how about what is the number one thing you would like to be gone in your business, or the number one thing you would like to not have to deal with in the next 30 days? Who can tell me that?
Maybe getting all our figures and everything together, because I really do struggle with that.
So you want to get rid of lack of clarity on your numbers?
Just like getting them all together, because I have to come to you for a lot of that, don't I?
Yeah, I think in terms of like funnels and leads.
Getting the numbers, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so which one of you is like more like the visionary entrepreneur, which one is the integrator, analytical person?
I'm very much...
You say Kimberly's...
You're probably the analytical person, right? Is it? Or...
Well, we say Kimberly's abroad and I do the brain side of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're the brains, analytical, data-driven more person, why is Kimberly getting the numbers from you? Shouldn't you be looking after the numbers?
Yeah. Well,
There you
that's
go.
what I've been doing. I've been doing that side of it.
Yeah.
Right.
So when it comes to like me trying to like track it, I really struggle with that, don't I? I'm always like bouncing.
So there's certain proclivities we have, inclinations where, again, some people look at a spreadsheet and just get a nosebleed, right? And again, this is where all the online coaching nonsense has sent you wrong everywhere. I made a post with this. I said most mindset blocks are just logistical, meaning you have resistance and mindset blocks because you've been told to do the wrong things. If you suck at spreadsheets and counting numbers, don't do it. Get someone who does like to do it, right? I love to stand up here and talk for 3 hours for some reason. Other people on my team are scared shitless, so I don't make them do it. I was like, you know what, I'll take care of that bit, right? You guys do what you're good at. So it's really about it's not about trying to fit a round peg into a square hole. That's the hard work grind mentality. Working smart is figure out what you're good at, realize what has to be done overall in the company, because again, you get this trend, this horrible trend in line with these mindset business coaches now. They're not business coaches, they're just mindset people, and at all levels, and they're just saying like, hey, if finances feel out of alignment to you, like, don't do them. Like, fuck it, it'll just work itself out. Like, spoiler alert, it won't, right? It means, okay, identify finances need to be done in my company, but probably not by me. Or I need an overview, but not, I should probably go and find an accountant or a financial advisor or a CFO or something, but be aware of what needs to be done in the business, and then realize where your strengths are, where is your superpower, where you feel aligned and effortless and good, and you spend your time doing as much of that as you can, whilst then getting support and help to do the things that you suck at and you hate, which are usually the same thing. That is how companies are built. Again, if it goes back to that original definition, mindset is logistical. It's because you have a starting definition, a sponsored thought that this is a job, so I have to do it all myself. That one belief pattern you have makes you want to try and learn spreadsheets and shit. But that doesn't have to be true. Yes, business does need financial management, but does it have to be you? If it's a job, yes, it does. But if you define a business as a company, a group of people that come together to all do something they love and enjoy so we can build something bigger together and all get paid for it, then no, you don't have to do it, right? So really look at that, go back to module 1, you guys, where we talk about visionary and integrator. There's an assessment test there. Really use that to get good at what you do. That's why module 1 is 90% of it. Self-awareness of who you are, what you should be doing in the company.
I did brilliant with the modules. I really excelled in it, but then as soon as I step away from it, it's saying, oh shit, I can't remember that. So for me, it's kind of, needing to keep going over and over to try and get it.
You do the basics. They take 5 minutes to learn, a lifetime to master.
Yeah.
I read through my own stuff all the time still. I don't stop reading about marketing and sales and stuff, or personal development, right? I've listened to Tony Robbins more than once.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh yeah, I listened to Tony Robbins once, I know personal development now. We keep going back to it because we want to absorb and integrate into a level of unconscious competence, right? So yeah, always be going back through those. So again, these kind of questions, look out for that. If it's like, how do I get through this thing that I hate doing and I suck at doing, I don't want to do it, how do I do that? You don't. Become a master at, and being a leader in business, guys, is becoming really your core skill. Should be identifying skills and proclivities and potential in other people and learning to mentor and outsource the roles to them successfully and smoothly. That's what I learned after my mother had the brain tumor. I had, again, bam, it was put into me. Like, well, I went from, my belief pattern changed from the belief before that was, I'm scared of letting go, I have to do everything myself. After then, I got dragged back to the UK, and then my new belief pattern was, shit, I'm scared to do it all myself in case this happens again, and I have to be there for my family. I was then scared of not outsourcing.
Yeah.
And belief patterns can change like that. They'll change with intensity, an intense traumatic experience, for good or bad, or they'll happen through repetition, low intensity, high repetition. So you guys need to do the reps, go back over the work, do it. You haven't watched the videos. If you watch the videos once, you haven't got it yet. You need to keep.
Last time when I was like, oh, yeah.
You're always
About
getting
that.
it. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Cool. Does that help? Cool. Okay, guys. So, any other challenges or something you'd like to be solved or gone in your business in the next 30 days?
I'd like to step out the day-to-day running, like what you said earlier about them feeling like they need me, they need to come to me. all
The
time.
Pilates instructors, you mean, no?
Yeah.
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 And we have managers there, admin, or just the instructors?
I have a studio manager that oversees both studios.
Okay.
And
you feel you're stuck in the day-to-day running
yeah, they're still calling on me.
for what? Like technical work or like what?
I need class cover is the biggest pain in the butt.
Right. So they're dragging you back into doing
Yeah.
technical work.
Yeah.
They're not coming like saying, how do I do this or how do I do that?
No.
Okay. Okay, so, and that happens quite a lot then.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest one is you need to step back into sessions.
Yeah,
Which
or
takes you away
I'm
from-
actually phoning around sorting out cover or phoning clients to say it's cancelled or that sort of
Admin
thing.
stuff basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, or client management, I guess, yeah. Okay. And your question, how do you stop doing more of that? Stop doing that, yeah? All right, so, okay, this goes a few levels deep then. So, number one, first you have to, a big reason a lot of entrepreneurs, we have entrepreneurial tasks, we have managerial tasks, and we have technical tasks, first of all. You have to be very clear, if you want to step out of technical or managerial tasks or admin tasks, you have to know where do you want to step into. You don't want to step into a grey void of doing nothing. And a lot of entrepreneurs, maybe on a subconscious level, don't step out of technical work so quickly because they don't know where they step into, right? So it's about displacement, right? When you do nutrition with people, you don't say, right, like just cut out all the bad foods and then we'll talk about the next step next week. That's harder. Replacement is harder to do than displacement. Displacement is when you say, hey, just focus on eating loads of good foods, and then they eat loads of good foods, and by the end of the day, they go, oh, I didn't eat that snack because I just wasn't even hungry, I didn't think about it. You just naturally replaced a disempowering habit with a positive one. So it's the same with tasks in your business. Don't try to necessarily get out of technical tasks, because now you're still focused on doing technical tasks. You need to focus more on, I need to get entrepreneurial or managerial tasks, the more critical stuff, working on my business rather than in it. I need to start with those tasks first. Because number one, if you start with those tasks first in the day and get them done by 11 a.m., which is plausible for most of you, then number one, it doesn't actually matter if you spend the rest of the day working in the business. Because the big stuff's already been done. Your company has moved forward rather than in the business stuff is keeping the business going in circles, which is a good thing. It's a conveyor belt. You're producing the output the company needs to produce. That's fine. But the technical work in the business keeps the business spinning. Working on the business moves it forward or grows the circle bigger. So if you just start first of all with identifying what are my entrepreneurial tasks I need to do first of all as me as the company leader and visionary. And that is going to be more external based stuff. I need to go out there and sell the vision. You need to outline your vision first. That's what we cover that in module 2 of the program. Outline your company vision, the bigger purpose, and then you go out there and sell that vision to potential partners, collaborators, strategic alliances, joint ventures, sponsors, investors, partners, the government, funding, whatever it is you're looking for to help feed your business. And I know Gary's doing really well with this right now. We've got Gary reaching out to like 3 to 5 powerful contacts in the area every day. Schools, salons, whatever it might be. And you've got some good deals now and partnerships like rolling in from that, haven't you?
Yeah, and this week coming on Thursday, it's like I'm going to a pharmacy and they've got a diabetes clinic where they're getting people coming in to test because they've either got diabetes or scared of the fact they might have diabetes. So I'm just going to sit there for 3 hours and talk to these people, present to these people, and that's a network that I've gained with the pharmacist. You know, so there's avenues and approaches in places you wouldn't even begin to think of first of all. You know, if I can get to it. I was at a wellbeing festival a couple of days ago, a couple of Sundays ago, and I signed 4 people up on the day, and I've got like 4 other people interested. You know, so the space of spending 3 hours stood around talking to people, I signed up 4 extra people, not relying on Facebook ads. So I could have this month alone. You know, I could have another 10 leads in, or another 10 sign-ups, sorry, not leads.
And what's your LTV per client?
Lifetime value of 14 months at 100 quid a month.
So 1,400 times 10. You know, 14k bottom line end of the year from reaching out to a pharmacy, right? And so, and you know, and Gary's doing this consistently. It's not one of these nice to, because we think we get sucked into the technical stuff, drawn in of like, because the fires need to put out now, and then we think, well, I'll do the other, that sounds lovely, I'll go and do that later if I have time. But that's like when you say, I want to get in shape, but I need to go to work first, and if I have time for the gym later, then I'll go. And what happens? We usually don't go. So if growing the company is more of a priority than operating the company, you have to prioritize it and be disciplined to put it first. Right? There's no mindset hack. There's no positive thinking. It's just put it in your diary first and just do it, and resist your feelings that tell you to not do it. Right? And again, I know there's a big thing out there now, like just go with your alignment, and if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. But that's nonsense, right? Like most of what you think is intuition is not intuition. It's your pre-built fears and biases telling you not to get uncomfortable. Right? Your clients don't want to get out of bed and come to the gym and get fucking tortured by you in the morning either. But the best ones, they get up and do it anyway, don't they? And they always can say, I didn't feel like it, I had every excuse under the sun in my mind, but I didn't listen to my intuition, I came in, and now I'm so happy I did it and I'm getting the results. Which goes against the grain of this new age kind of like mindset stuff where it's like, oh, if that feels a little bit uncomfortable, don't do it. Like, go mind what I just said to you guys. Bear in mind if that's a task, it's a proclivity, like you suck at it and you're not good at it and you have no passion to do it as a task, that's different, right? And if you really do hate talking to people, maybe partner with someone that does enjoy that side of it, right? But day-to-day tasks you can kind of outsource and don't do them. But if it is something like an entrepreneurial task and you want to be an entrepreneur, you better get used to doing them. You better get used to looking at your numbers. I don't care if you hate numbers. If you've taken the responsibility of being a business owner, you need to know your numbers. If not, go get a job. Simple as that. Doesn't matter if you're aligned or not, you need to do it. Simple as, right? So, because no one's going to come and save you otherwise. So, identify entrepreneurial tasks like that. It's reach out, it's joint ventures, it's finding people who can, in leverage, have audiences they can send back into your system, right? That's going to bring more cash flow to you. Because again, an hour of your time is, you can spend 1 hour on a sales consult with one client, or spend an hour meeting the pharmacy owner and getting access to 40 clients. Every hour is not critical, it's depth of vision. Or you can spend 1 hour training a JV manager who will go out on your behalf and speak to 10 pharmacy owners a day and speak to 400 prospects. It's all about depth. How you use your time, and the higher levels you go, the more money and cash flow can come straight back into your business quicker. So we often think the short term putting out the fire is a quick way to make money, but it's not. You have to resist that urge. The critical 5% is the entrepreneur stuff, where you can bring leverage into your business fast. And again, go out there and seize the assets you don't have. If that's a customer list, a prospect list, funding, investment, sponsorship, celebrity endorsement, if that's the asset you want and someone has it, you need to go and seize it from them. Don't try and build it yourself internally. Then, look at entrepreneurial tasks are also leading your team. Not managing them, not training them, leading them. That means inspiring them. That means re-enrolling them and selling them on the vision every day. And hey guys, when you come to work, remember why you're here. We're helping, in Gary's case, and we're helping the UK eliminate diabetes, or we're helping people get their confidence back, or we're helping women be empowered again, or we're helping athletes, hit the get into the Premier League or whatever it might be. That's your bigger vision of the bigger impact you're making in the world, and you need to continually sell that vision and re-enroll your team members on it, because you want to make sure you're attracting team members that believe they're there to fulfill that vision, not just there for a paycheck. Right? So you're selling the vision externally and you're selling the vision to your team. That's your leadership tasks. You can do that in 1 hour a day. Get up early, do it for 1 hour a day. If you wake up and you have 5 a.m. sessions, I get it, then just do it as early as you can in the day. Don't leave the session and then go into checking emails. Get out there, get away from your laptop, go and talk to people. Then you have managerial tasks, and that's going to be more tracking, financials, admin, looking at the KPIs. Are we on our growth, are our lead sales retention growth targets there? Are our cash flow actuals close to where they need to be? And then managing the team. Managing the team now is educating them. So they're already inspired from what you did as an entrepreneur. Now it's, do you know how to do your role? Do you need more training on your role? Do you need me to walk through how to do that phone call again? Do you need a new tool or a template or a checklist to help you do the job better? Right, that's the first thing, right? So if you spend an hour a day on entrepreneurial stuff and then an hour on managerial stuff, and get that done the first 2 hours of the day, again, we come back to then, if you still now do technical stuff or admin stuff, it's actually not that much of a big deal, because you now know the big stuff's actually been done, and now more cash flow is coming in from that will now be able to, money can solve a lot of problems. So that money is now able to help you go and pay for some cover staff, or whatever it might be, or